Welcome, young people, teenagers, boys and girls, to another faith story with Pastor M&M. This story is about me. My wife, one afternoon as she was going out with her friend, she prepared supper in a pan, and she told me that at 5 o'clock I'm supposed to put it in the oven and just let it cook there at low heat until she comes home. And then we will have supper to eat. That was very simple, basic instruction. And I said, okay, honey, I will do that. It's easy enough. But after she left, I turned the TV on. There was a soccer game. And I love to watch soccer. And as I'm watching this soccer game, it was a very important game. I forgot about supper. The game was so intense, and it so happened that when the 90 minutes of game time was up, the game went into overtime because nobody scored. And so there I am, glued to the TV, watching the soccer game. And then it goes to penalties at the end. That's another few minutes addition to the game. And when the game is over, I'm getting hungry. And when I walk into the kitchen, I realize I did not put the pan in the oven, and my wife will be home soon. But then I realized, because I'm trying to come up with a solution real quick, I'm thinking, what if I put in the pan in the oven, because she said it's supposed to slow cook until she comes home. So I said, what if I turn the heat up all the way, and that way it will bake or cook whatever they do in the oven faster, maybe in half a time. So I thought to myself, genius. I turned the oven on, I cranked it up on high, and I put the food in. It did not work. When I opened the oven, there's smoke coming out. And it started to fill the kitchen with smoke. And then the smoke was so intense, it's filling up the living room. And I'm thinking to myself, oh boy, I'm in trouble now. And so I'm looking at my watch and say, maybe I get to order out. I get to come up with an excuse. I open all the windows so that the smoke can go out. And as I'm doing all this, the door opens and I hear those famous words, honey, I'm home. And I think to myself, oh boy, yeah, I'm in trouble now. As soon as she walks into the kitchen, she says, what is that smoke? I'm busted. So I decided not to make excuses, come clean as soon as possible. And I just apologized for my mistake, and I explained the soccer game. And then my wife, in her loving way, she puts her arm around me and she says, honey, I had a feeling you would forget, so I brought home supper. She saved the day. And we sat down and we ate what she brought home. In the Bible, Jesus says in Matthew chapter 24 and verse 44, therefore you also be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect. This Jesus is telling you and me that he's coming back at such a time when we don't expect it, meaning be ready anytime and every time, because we tend to be caught up in the things of the world. We tend to get busy with school and games and sports and traveling that we forget about the second coming of Jesus. And now we have the promise that He's coming back, but we have to be ready. Because if we are procrastinating, as I have done with the soccer game, we're going to miss the greatest event for this world, to see Jesus come on cloud of glory. And I don't want to miss that. I hope you don't want to miss that. Jesus is coming back to take you home to heaven, to the place that He prepared for you. I hope that you make the decision to study His Word, to pray, to give your heart to Him while there's still time, and be ready to go home with Jesus. God bless you until next time with Pastor M&M.